Welcome to Millionaire Unfiltered, where we dive deep into the raw realities of escaping the matrix, how money works, entrepreneurship, the 5 pillars of success, and the unfiltered journey to millionaire status. I'm Thorsen, your host, and I thank you for taking part in this unapologetic exploration of financial wisdom, entrepreneurship, and the Gen Z perspective on building authentic wealth. In each episode, we're bringing you real talk, real stories, and real strategies to help you unlock your Gen Z millionaire mindset. Being a millionaire is more than just about having millions. It's a mindset and a lifestyle. We don't mess around here, so if you get offended, well, looks like there's some things you need to work on. This is the Millionaire Unfiltered podcast, where purpose meets millions. Hey, how's it going? This is a little bit of a different podcast that I've ever done before, and I'm really nervous, but really excited. I really think that this is going to be a life-changing podcast for a lot of people. So, today's episode, I really just kind of want to go over who I am, what I've been through, and kind of why I'm here. And, I just want to kind of build that trust factor with you so you know who you're even taking information from. And then, towards the end, I'll just kind of go over pretty much what I envision this podcast going over and pretty much what to expect in the future. So my name is Thorsen. I'm 23 years old. I was born in Mission Viejo, California. I've lived in over 30 different places, mostly just ranging on the West Coast. My dad's Swedish, my mom's Polish. My dad was born in Sweden, but my mom was born here in America. And yeah, pretty much I found my purpose back in 6th grade. I grew up on video games, and I found someone by the name of Markiplier, and he's a video game YouTuber, and I pretty much realized, oh my gosh, you can make money while playing video games and just helping people and making people smile. I want to do that. So I was like, hell yeah. I think it was 2015 I started my channel, and pretty much was just self-teaching myself how to make videos, how to make content, how to stream, editing, just literally everything. And I chased that for a good amount of time. About 5 years went by. I didn't really get anywhere with it. I wasn't really doing things in the best way, and I wasn't really actively, intentionally putting in the correct action and the correct efforts to genuinely get to where I wanted to be as a content creator. And in the middle of 2020, my grandpa ended up passing away. Now mind you, I'm not close to any of my outside family. My parents are really the only people that I've ever known. So I went on my LinkedIn. I created a really big network within gaming, and I got connected with someone by the name of Graham Hunt, and he's the first person that has ever seen my true, genuine potential. Before I met Graham, I just thought I was some random kid that liked playing video games and making content, and that was it. But he saw something in me that I didn't even see. And so he actually ended up making me CEO of a startup that he was advising for called Art Chops, instead of going through this endeavor, with my grandpa. So I was in Sacramento at the time. I had driven 27 hours completely broke just to try and help out Art Chops as a content creator. And then Graham was like, do you want to be CEO? And I was like, I guess. I'm only 21, but sure. I'll try it. I haven't even gone to college. I don't plan to. And yeah, so while that was happening, I also got hooked up with another advisor within Art Chops, and his name's Matthew Nowacki. He was a AAA game developer, worked with really prestigious people, and it was just a really incredible and amazing human being, and he genuinely changed my life. I'm not the same person because of Graham and because of Matthew, and both of them are huge reasons why I'm sitting here at this table with you today. Matthew had a pituitary tumor, and he had thyroid cancer, and while he was going through all of this, his roommate decided to randomly abandon him. So while I was becoming CEO and learning how to be a CEO, I also moved in with Matthew and was taking care of him, taking him to his appointments, going on grocery runs, cleaning up after the place, just kind of being a caregiver. I lost 30 pounds during that 9-month period that I was there, just sitting at my desk grinding. And that whole experience with Matthew really made me understand the importance of self-love. And yeah, pretty much he ended up passing away after those 9 months. I don't really want to go into the details of how, but it was a really traumatic experience for me. There were so many different facets within that scenario that just really made me realize the importance of self-love. Like literally 2 days after he passed, like I was supposed to get on a meeting with some random CEO to see how we can kind of like integrate their app into our startup. And, I told him everything that I literally got on a call 2 days after he passed. Like I was heartbroken. I didn't even want to go on the meeting, but just something told me to go to the meeting anyways. So I went on the meeting and we're just going to talk business, just going to talk about art chops and, whatnot. I told him what had happened with Matthew 2 days prior. And he was like, Anna, like, let's stop talking about business right now. This is not about business. You need to work on your self-love right now. Like, I know we're here to talk about business, but I'm not going to talk business with you. You need to work on self-love. And hearing that from a random CEO that I didn't know when I was so heavy into business, I was shocked. Like, I didn't think there was that much of an importance on self-love. He was actually a really huge reason why I even care about self-love now. And I don't even talk to him. I don't even remember his name. If you're out there, hit me up, man. You changed my life. Yeah, so I say all that to say that Matthew and Graham has completely changed my perspective on life. I'm very spiritual now, because of everything that happened. And to kind of build off of all that. So I ended up moving back in with my dad because of all this. Drove 27 hours back to Reno, Nevada. My dad was atheist, and he and my mom divorced after 20 years. So when he found out I'd become spiritual, he was kind of belittling to my beliefs. And when I brought up my concerns with him, he pretty much just took a really physical, aggressive approach with me that I didn't think he was capable of or that he'd ever do. So I obviously had to leave. I moved in with my mom, and about 3 months later, she took more of a psychological approach. Me and her, we didn't really have a good childhood relationship, so I don't really, I understand that both of them came from a place of trauma, unhealed trauma. Not to say that any of that is an excuse for what they did. It came from unhealed trauma, and same on my end on how I reacted with everything. So, but in any case, she kind of took more of a psychological approach, and we had a really huge falling out. And about 3 months later, and I was pretty much left homeless at that point in Nevada. So, at this point, I was trying to create my own content agency because I was like, I want to travel. I want to travel the world. I have grand visions. I want to visit every single place on earth. Like, that is a crazy goal of mine. I know I can do it. I'm going to. Mark my words. But I had this idea where I wanted to pretty much get in a van or get into an RV and just travel around America filming people and their passions and just showing them off. I love passion. I love purpose. I truly believe it's the reason why we're here, why we're on earth. And so I was just like, I want to film people and just like viralize their content and just really make them explode. I still want to do that too, honestly. It's just when everything happened with my parents and me going homeless, it didn't work out. So yeah, this pretty much all happened August 2023, and all of that catalyzed me into becoming a financial advisor because I realized, I've been chasing my dreams since 6th grade. I've been doing all of this stuff. I've been in so many different things, but I'm not where I want to be yet because I haven't genuinely built that foundation, and I get that now. And now I'm surrounded by incredible mentors, incredible leaders, millionaires. I'm surrounded by a genuine network of leaders and entrepreneurs and individuals that are purpose driven, and they're here to help other people. And that's why I'm so pumped and excited for this podcast because, like, yes, right now I might not be a millionaire, but I am a millionaire in my brain, and in fact I'm a billionaire because I know that's what I'm going to get to. And a lot of being a billionaire, being a millionaire is not just about having the money. It's about having the mindset and choosing to make it a lifestyle before that money before it even comes. So, a lot of the advice I'm going to be giving you, I'm taking it. I'm getting that advice from leaders, from people that I'm learning from, and I'm putting all of this into action myself so I can show you that in real time, I am becoming a millionaire and a billionaire with you. We're doing this together. So I just want you to know that that's kind of, I'm not a millionaire, but I am a millionaire. I am a billionaire. I have grand aspirations for my life, for the lives of the people around me. I want to be the next Elon Musk, if you will. I want to follow in the footsteps of Andrew Carnegie, of Mr. Beast. I have big things I want to do in this world. So I'm really excited for this podcast because I really genuinely feel like it's finally going to allow me to express my ambition and my dreams and things that I believe I can help change within the entire world. So one of the main things I'm going to be talking about on this podcast is the 5 pillars of success. And these are the pillars that I created myself that I believe a person needs in order to be successful when they're pursuing their passions and their dreams. So the 5 pillars are empathy, connection, purpose, finance, and health. I genuinely believe that when you have these 5 pillars fully laid out in front of you and you are putting intention into each pillar in different ways, you're going to start manifesting your dream reality. It's just going to happen. So throughout the podcast, there's so many different layers within each of these pillars where I might talk about something, even though I'm not directly talking about empathy or connection. I might be talking about networking, but those will filter into, the empathy and the connection will filter into maybe my networking talks, and you can kind of see how the pillars are integrated into each episode that I'm presenting to you. A lot of this podcast is also going to be mindset oriented. So this is going to be a really raw and authentic podcast. I am not going to be afraid to hurt your feelings because that's just what needs to be done. You can't go to heaven unless you've been through hell. It's just the way it is. So this is going to be really raw and authentic, and it's going to be all about mindset and going about things in a completely different way than you've ever not just seen finance, but the way you see and perceive life. This is about how to escape the matrix of your mind, essentially the matrix of the world and the fallacies that you're being fed on a daily basis through the social media that you're consuming. Like, I want to help get you out of that and into the power of your own mind, into your own energy, and how you can utilize yourself to impact the people around you. And then the third thing, obviously, that I'm going to be mostly touching on is finance and how money works. 99% of America doesn't know how money works. They don't know how to invest. They don't know the basics. They don't know the different types of risks. The Rule of 72, they don't know about any of it. There's a reason why America is crumbling. It's because nobody knows how money works. That's why so many people are broke, and that's why we need to fix this through education, through awareness, and through genuine strategies that will bring people to a millionaire status. Because at the end of the day, I genuinely want to make America. I want $1 million to be the base income for every single person in America. That's my goal. So I know it's possible. It's going to take a long time to get there. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It's this goes into the economy and hyperinflation too. Like, we're going to have set strategies to make that a reality. But I am determined that if we can make America millionaires, then we can eventually pivot to an open access economy where money doesn't even exist. Now, I don't even want to get into that until later. That's a very grand vision of mine as well. But yeah, just know my intentions with this are so grand and so massive. I am not playing small here. People think finance is woo-woo. It's not. It's foundational, and it's something that we need to talk about on a daily basis, just like we talk about mental health. And that's the thing, is most traditional financial advisors don't even sit down with you unless you're making 6 figures or more. That's the beautiful thing about what I do. I'm an independent financial advisor. So because of that, I'm not capped. I don't have quotas. I'm not capped to specific services. I can work with thousands of different financial products. I have no quota, so I'm not forced by the company to feed a product down your throat to meet my needs. There's no quotas. So every single thing that I do is for you. You can have negative 50,000 in your bank account, or you can have 6 figures, and I will sit down with you and strategize a genuine plan for your specific goals and your dreams. And I want to teach other people how they can also do this too. America deserves a chance to grow, to evolve, to learn, and to be a part of a genuine impact that will change the lives of everybody around them, and a worldly impact. I'm all about love, positivity, just passion, purpose, everything that makes a human alive, come alive. That is what I am all about, and that's what I'm here to enlift and empower you to be. So to end this specific episode, these are the things that I want you to take away. Think about your 5 pillars: empathy, connection, purpose, finance, and health. Think about what intentions you're putting into each of those pillars. Just think on it. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just ponder about how you've been going about life through those pillars. Start focusing on your mindset. Start focusing on, how am I perceiving this world? You can't have good without bad. So you need to stop having a negative, pessimistic lens on everything. You can't get into business. You can't be a millionaire. You can't be a billionaire if you see things really negatively. That's just not how it works. So if you're here for a get rich quick scheme, or you're here to, just kind of half-ass things, get out. This is not the podcast for you. This is a podcast of grit, of intention, of authenticity, of purpose. We are here to change lives. We're not here to mess around. And lastly, start focusing on your finances. Start focusing on how money works. Start putting actual intention into learning how money works. And then from there, I will help and guide you into the correct strategies, and we can work one-on-one on that as well. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'm so blessed to have you be a part of my journey. Thank you for trusting me and for evolving with me. I'm really excited. I don't know where this journey is going to take us. And, if there's ever any moments within any of my podcasts where I missay things or miscommunicate things, or, I feel like I'm misguiding in some way, please let me know, comment it. I'm all about authenticity and transparency. I have nothing to hide. I'm only here to enhance and help you grow as a human being, because I genuinely believe I'm here to help everybody realize their highest potential. So with that being said, recap on everything I just mentioned, and remember, experience does not equal potential.